It is 6:52, time for the morning sprint.
A car has been found in connection to a shooting in Monona. Officers recovered a Tesla which was rented from a car dealership in Fitchburg and was reportedly stolen. It was found abandoned near Orton Park on Madison's Rutledge Street yesterday morning. A 17-year-old was shot before the car was stolen. They are expected to survive and were taken to the hospital for recovery.
A Dane County deputy is hurt after a car drove off from a traffic stop. The car was believed to be involved in a fraud investigation. It drove off after being stopped, hitting the deputy, then turning into the parking lot of the high school in Wisconsin Heights. That's where another deputy pinned the vehicle with his car. The two were arrested shortly after.
Madison police are warning people that this time of year is one of the worst for thefts and break-ins. That's because thieves take the opportunity of people being away to steal packages off porches and break into homes. Putting a hold on packages or setting a forwarding address can help address this. Some good news though, break-in numbers are down from last year.
Wisconsin's top Republican wants voters to decide the time frame for abortions in the state. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos wants to put a proposal on a future ballot that would ban abortion somewhere between the 12th and 15th week of pregnancy. The current state law bans abortions after 20 weeks. Abortions are legal in Wisconsin after a Dane County judge's recent ruling.
That's not the only law Republicans are looking at right now. They are also interested in legalizing medical marijuana. Robin Vos says a proposal is in the works and could be voted on sometime next year. A bill is expected to be unveiled next month. Vos says the proposal will be limited and modeled after the medical marijuana law in place in Minnesota before it moved to full legalization.
Senator Tammy Baldwin is joining a growing list of politicians calling for a humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. This as the conflict between Israel and Hamas continues. The Wisconsin Democrat noted she still supports Israel's right to defend itself, but it does not have the right to go to war against innocent Palestinians, calling the bombing of Gaza indiscriminate.
After 3 delays, the UN Security Council says it is expected to vote on a resolution that calls for suspending the war between Israel and Hamas. The UNSC says a pause in military action is needed to bring humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip. This comes as the Hamas-controlled health ministry announced roughly 20,000 Palestinians have been killed since the war started on October 7th.
Meta is facing allegations of restricting speech this morning. Human Rights Watch says it's identified more than 1,000 pieces of peaceful pro-Palestinian content that Meta restricted and removed. The group says the content didn't violate Meta's rules. Meta is responding, saying these allegations don't reflect the efforts to protect speech related to the war.
All right, 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. We just have cloudy skies right now, but we are watching this broad area of rain. That'll be spreading on in later this morning into the noon hour. We're looking at a wet Friday for us. About noon, we are expecting that rain to spread in to the Madison area. A little bit drier as you go north of the Dells. Pretty solid area of rain over the southern third of the state. Throughout the day, that's all we're going to have to contend with anybody traveling. A lot of this should wind down going into the evening hours as temperatures climb into the 40s. 44 today, 48 a dry day tomorrow before some of that rain spreads back into the area later Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. Could be kind of a wet holiday. Unbelievably, we have a couple of accidents to contend with. One is on the Beltline right at John Nolan Drive, those westbound lanes. A little bit delayed. You can see the yellow there. Then way out west over into Iowa County, we do have an accident between Barneveld and Ridgeway.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Hey, folks, have a safe and happy holiday. We'll see you back here on Monday.